discussion is, well, there's a lot of topics that's going on right now. There's a lot of current events going on. You know, we have Donald Trump, you know, doing his thing. Recently, this celebrity, I'm not gonna call her name, recently stated that, you know, in the bedroom, she do a certain amount of eating, you know, on her husband in different places. But that discussion we would not have here because it's a family show. Even though it's a little appealing, we're not gonna, you know, entertain that. But what we're gonna talk about today is how exactly do you deal with people who borrow money from you and act like if they, you know, basically forgot that you gave them any money. How exactly do you deal with that situation? So, have you ever had somebody that you lent, you know, a certain amount of money, whether it might be small, large, whatever, and all of a sudden that person completely forgets about you, okay? They act like if you don't exist. They just disappear off of the scene. I'm gonna talk about myself first, okay? Both the giver and the receiver. Back, like, I think probably like 2 or 3 years ago, one of my co-workers had lent me, I think, $40 or something because I think I didn't have money that day, or for whatever reason, she lent me $40. So 2 or 3 weeks passed and she came to me and she was like, "Troy, where's the money?" And I was like, "What money?" And then it slipped my mind. Okay, it completely slipped my mind that I borrowed money from that person. So I told them, like, if you ever borrow money from people, or if you lend money to people, sorry, don't ever be afraid to go and ask them, you know, for the money that, you know, they lent you or whatever, regardless if it's a family or a friend or for whatever. You should ask people because sometimes people genuinely forget. Okay, that's, you know, my situation being the giver. Okay, now me on the other end, being the receiver, is that on multiple occasions, okay, "Hey, Miss Boyce, how you doing? I hope you're doing okay." On multiple occasions, I've had people who came to me and borrow money from me, and they just disappear off the scene, okay? They don't say hi, bye, they didn't say nothing, okay? They just all of a sudden forgot that DJ Troy existed and basically disappear on DJ Troy. So, what's your worst situation have you ever encountered? You know, you could comment, you could call in, okay? What is the worst situation, okay, you ever encountered where people actually, you know, borrow money from you and all of a sudden, okay, they completely forget about you, okay? What is the worst situation you have been under, okay? I'm gonna read, you know, some personal message that I got, okay? One person said that they had lent an individual some money, you know, back in the days, and they went to ask the person for the money, and the person started to fight them. Yes, people, you're hearing me correct. Okay, the person actually started to fight the individual. Okay, big broke out and everything. Okay, So what actually ended up is that the matter was taken to small claims court, and they're no longer friends today, but people, how do you deal with something like that? You know what I'm saying? You let this person your money in good faith, and all of a sudden, okay, they disappear on you. You know what I'm saying? How do you really, deal with that? I'm gonna read, some inbox. One jammer said that, they actually take people to court. Okay, I know of a couple of instances where, I know family members who actually ended up taking their other family members to small claims court for whatever money they were owed. And to me, that is a little funny, okay? That's a little funny. Because, I have brothers and sisters, and, I have a lot of family members. And if, one of my family members borrowed money from me or whatever, and they didn't pay me back, I would just take that L. You know what I'm saying? I would just keep it moving. And with that said, now, one has to be very smart about who you lend your money to. Okay? Don't get, crazy and going around saying, well, everybody that calls you, they're like, oh, I need a loan. Not everybody that calls you, okay, saying that they need a loan, you're gonna give them a loan. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to tell people no, completely no. I have another situation where this was when I was a little bit younger, right? I lent a close family member some money or whatever, and the family member didn't pay me back my money, and I was tight, I was upset, I was angry, I was losing my mind because I was broke, and the person just disappeared on me. And I ended up calling, another family member to talk about, what exactly happened. And the advice that I got was, listen, does that person work anywhere? Does that person have any income coming in? So how exactly are you going to lend somebody who has no source of income to lend somebody who has no source of income your money? It doesn't make any sense. So with that said, one has to be very, very smart, okay? Extremely smart about who, when, and how you lend people your money. Okay, it's not, like I stated before, it's not everybody that called you and be like, listen, I need some money to borrow. You're gonna be like, here it is. All right. One of the craziest situations I had, okay, because I have a lot of these instances, okay, back in the days. These are old story, thank God. But back in the day, one of my very close friends actually borrowed some money from me, and it was when I was in, financial ruin or whatever. So imagine this. Imagine you are, barely scraping by, okay? You're trying to make it, okay? And your best friend almost, your close friend, came to you and say like, listen, man, I'm in a tight situation. I need some help, blah, blah, blah. And you out of the goodness of your heart, decided to say, hey, I'm gonna show you some love. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna lend you the money. And all of a sudden now, that person just disappear and act like you don't exist. Okay. Needless to say, that situation almost ended a little bit badly, for everybody involved. Okay, because I was at a point where I was ready to take it on a different level, okay? And, we don't have to explain exactly what that means, but I was at that point. And then, the thought came to my mind, like, listen, okay? If you put yourself in a compromising situation, okay, the income that you're gonna lose just to take care of that situation, man, it doesn't work. It's not worth it. Okay, so this is bringing in another advice to whoever out there are in situations where people owe you money, and you're at that point where you're about to go crazy on them. You have to think about, okay, does whatever you're thinking about doing, does it equal to the lost income? Okay, possible destruction of your family, possible destruction of your life. You know what I'm saying? Is it really worth it? And in most cases, okay, the answer is absolutely not. Okay? In most cases, the answer is no. So people, before you lend people money, before you put yourself in any form of compromising situation where you're gonna have to basically, take it to another level, please, people, consider it, and more than likely just leave it alone. All right, don't get yourself in any compromising position. Okay, people. So that's my discussion on lending people money.